instant match reaction. I'm absolutely devastated. RB Leipzig knock out Manchester United in a game that nearly saw Manchester United complete a 3-0 down comeback to draw 3-3 in the last minute. Pogba crosses it in, Konate knows nothing about it, it hits off him, and the goalkeeper also knew nothing about it, but he saves it. I don't know how he did, but, we nearly completed another Champions League miracle, but it's not to be. And it's down to our own fault. Obviously, I go back to that Istanbul game away at Turkey. Now we have to look back at that because that really cost us a Champions League place in the round of 16. But, fair play to Leipzig. They bossed the game tonight. They were the better team. They dominated the match throughout the whole match, you could say, up until, the 80th minute where, you thought you would see a Manchester United comeback, especially when that second goal went in. But I'm absolutely devastated, because as the group went on, I saw us, there was no other way of not qualifying, playing Istanbul back-to-back. We saw that, and you're 6 points. That never happened, and we made it a lot harder for ourselves. And I knew this was going to be a tricky game, and I knew there wasn't a chance that RB Leipzig could win this game. And the thing that pisses me off the most is how we set up in that game, because Leipzig have to win. Going into this game, Leipzig had to win to go through. So they're going to be at it, they're going to be high off drawing with Bayern in the league, and they're going to come at us. And to be fair, they have more quality than us in the players they have, in the way they play much better football than we do. So, and you have all the players before the match, and, last week against, I think it was in the Premier League when we beat West Ham. Oh, we'll go into this game against Leipzig trying to win. We did not do that tonight. We tried to set out for a draw. And I said in the preview, we cannot do that or we will lose the game. And I proved to be right because, on the field, I think we had about 3 attackers on the pitch. Bruno Fernandes, Rashford and Greenwood. That's the only 3 attackers on the pitch. So you're sitting, you're sitting 8 other players, or 7 because De Gea, you're sitting 7 other players behind the ball trying to defend a Leipzig side who just abused their wing-backs. 2 of their wing-backs scored tonight. And you cannot blame anything other than that by the defending. The defending tonight was pathetic, and we did not deserve to win that game. And I said, we are not going to go anywhere. We are not going to win trophies with that defence we have. No one's going to win trophies with Harry Maguire and Lindelof in defence. They can't defend. Wan-Bissaka tonight, he was sussed out because he was at fault for Angelino's goal, and he allowed him in 3 or 4 times. On the left back, Alex Telles and Shaw, pathetic tonight. I know it's Shaw's first game back, but the way they let the Leipzig players just walk around and dance around and play through balls through their defence was outrageous, and it's just so frustrating because now we have to move down to the Europa League to join Arsenal, to join Spurs, teams who deserve to be there. And it's typical Manchester United. I'm really pissed off with that performance because, you expected it. You actually expected it going into it because we know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We knew what he was going to do. We know he had played McTominay and Matic because there was no Fred available. Pogba, obviously, with the stuff going on with him, I don't agree with it. I think Minimum Riola, whatever his name, I can't even pronounce his name properly, he is a massive twat for announcing that right before Manchester United's biggest game of the season so far. And he said Pogba wasn't playing because of tactical reasons. There was no Van der Beek, which actually pissed me off yet again tonight, because you saw when Pogba and Van der Beek came on, we had a way of playing, we had more going forward, and we needed that throughout the whole game, because in the first half, I can't remember actually testing the goalie or Greenwood and Rashford had a chance. There was one chance in the first half where Greenwood should have scored and got us level. But other than that, it was all Leipzig. And you just saw it coming. And that's what's pissed me off the most. But the team going into the game was De Gea and net. We set out 5 at the back, which again looked clueless today. You could tell that the 5 people who played at the back had no clue, and they've never played at a 5 at the back before within those players. So it was De Gea and net, Telles left back, and it was Shaw, Maguire and Lindelof as the 3 centre-backs. And you're just not going to go anywhere with that centre-back partnership. You're not. It's never going to happen, is it? Because they're so unreliable, so inconsistent, have no pace about them, and they're just not good enough. Simply not good enough for me. And you got a question Ole Gunnar Solskjaer: is he running out of ideas tonight? And bringing on Fosu Mensah and Chukwueze when we're 3-0 down. Are you serious? Are you telling me that we actually did that with the likes of Mata on the bench? Yes, probably against this Leipzig team, he can't really do it because he doesn't have the legs anymore. But he would have added more creativity going forward. Just lob him up front because, you know, that would have been better than bringing on Fosu Mensah, Brandon Williams, and who else was it? Chukwueze. 3 defenders when you're 3-0 down. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is in the mud. He is out of ideas. And, you know, his time surely has to be up at Manchester United. I know we're going somewhere in the league, but for me, with Manchester United, they always, like, make you believe something can happen. They always make you believe something's there. Maybe a trophy, maybe a cup. We always get, you know, semi-finals. We normally get past the round of 16, and then we fail. That's Manchester United in a nutshell. They make you believe something that's never going to happen. They say in conferences, we're here to challenge for trophies. With that team, you're here to challenge for mid-table at best, in my opinion. I still believe we can do well in the league, but with City coming up, Leeds coming up, games which will be a challenge again, and with losing this Champions League game, it's going to be hard to, you know, I'm just absolutely devastated. I'm really, really angry because we should have closed this group three or 4 weeks ago against Istanbul, and now we have to go into Europa League, which, you know, I couldn't care about that. Let's get that straight. I couldn't care less about being in Europa League. If we win it, oh, well done. We've won the Europa League, but I'm not going to go celebrating. I'm not going to go gun-ho about it because, you know, realistically, we deserve to be in the round of 16, or not deserve to be after the last 2 performances, but we should have been in the Champions League round of 16. We should have been, but it's our own downfall, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer set out, the way he set out was horrible, but, you know, the remaining teams I was getting onto, we had, as I said, I'll say it again, I had De Gea in goal. It was left back Alex Telles, Maguire, Lindelof and Shaw, and then Wan-Bissaka, and in the middle it was McTominay and Matic against a Leipzig team who know how to press, are fast going forward. They're going to do nothing. And I don't even know what McTominay does in that field. Yes, we praise him sometimes, but in big games like this, the most useless player. I don't know why he didn't play Pogba or Van der Beek tonight, or I don't know why he didn't go out to win that game and why he only went out to get a draw. Pathetic. And then we had it was Bruno in front of them, in front of McTominay and Matic, and then it was a front 2 of Greenwood and Rashford, who didn't have any service tonight. They didn't. They had next to no service until Van der Beek and Pogba came on. But for me, you know, you could have believed. For me, when we scored that second goal, Pogba headed onto Maguire's head and it came off the goalie. When that went in, you believed. Manchester United fans will believe that we can go on to get another goal. But for me, I knew inside it wasn't meant to be. And in the end, you know, Leipzig deserved to win. If we got to draw out that game, it would have been another Champions League miracle for Manchester United. But, you know, as I said, we set out wrong. We didn't deserve to win that game, and it should have been set up for us to be in the round of 16 a few weeks ago against Istanbul. That's the game we look back on, and now we're in the Europa League. But let's get into my player ratings. De Gea tonight. Oh, De Gea was poor. De Gea's going to get a 4 for me. I think, you know, for that second goal, which went in, the header... No. Was it the second goal? No, it wasn't. I think the last goal was the goal he was at fault with when he played it in. And if David De Gea came out quick enough and we got that second goal in the end, we could have won that game. We could have been through. We could have been through if De Gea came out. But there's a lot of things that went wrong tonight, so I'm not just going to pinpoint that. But, you know, De Gea, he's lost all his confidence, in my opinion. Tonight was another example of that. He's been good in the Premier League, but there's still times where you think, De Gea, is really that you right now? Is that you back in your prime? Because it's not really, is it? It's not. So he's going to get a 4 from me because he didn't have much to do tonight. And when he did, you know, it was unfortunately pretty poor from him, so he's going to get a 4. I will take a 5 on him, but for me, he wasn't good enough. Telles tonight, an average performance for me. We could have been below average because in that first half, nobody was good, but He's going to get a 5 for me. I thought, you know, he tried stuff going forward, but again, he didn't get much out of him tonight. I know he's just getting there. I know he's just arrived at Manchester United, but for me, he wasn't that good tonight. Shaw coming back in, I can't really say anything bad about him. He's been injured for a few months or however long it is, but you know, he didn't look suited in that centre-back position. I know he's played there a few times, but for me, you either play Telles or you play Shaw at left-back. You don't play one centre-back and one left-back. That doesn't work for me. Play Chukwueze there because he would have been a better fit tonight for me. Or Fosu Mensah. I know Fosu Mensah's fucking shit. When he came on, Fosu Mensah, first of all, his touch is crap. And he gave away a ball a few times. So, you know, that was pathetic from him. But for me, Maguire. Oh, Maguire. I don't know what to give him. It's either a 4 or 5 again because, you know, he was crap tonight. He was crap. The defensive display we saw tonight was crap. This defence needs to go. It needs to go. I've tried giving it time. I've said before, we cannot win trophies with this defence. And if it continues on, we're not going to go anywhere with this defence. So, Lindelof and Maguire, both going to get a 4 for me. I thought all 3 goals they scored could have been prevented. I think, you know, as I said in that first goal they scored, Wan-Bissaka switched off. Don't know what he was doing there. The second goal they scored could have been prevented again, I think. I don't know I can't remember that goal, but... And in the third goal, the defence just switched off. I don't know if they expected De Gea to come out and get the ball, but Maguire just stood there. You don't always rely on your goalkeeper. Yes, they may have been a shout, but why are you playing it around the back first of all, and then you're just laying it... You're expecting De Gea to come out. It's a switch. It's a mix-up in the defence. It's poor communication, and it helped us concede again. So... You know, what can you say about this defence? It's another crap defensive display. It was a crap defensive display last year in the Champions League when we went out. It was a crap defensive display against PSG the other week. And it's been a crap defensive display in many times so far in this Premier League. And we cannot keep on rolling with this defence. We need to get a centre-back in January transfer window. It's a must for me. A centre-back, another forward, and a CDM. That has to be our priority. And we have to switch up. And how much time does Ole have left for me? I don't know. But so I'm going to give both of them a 5 or 4. You know, you can't go better than that. Then we go with Wan-Bissaka tonight. Really, really poor for me. He's got to get a 3 or 4. Defensively, horrible tonight. You know, we always back him defensively, but he really is just a tackle merchant. Going forward, he can't. He can't attack. His only good ability is defending. That's his only good ability for me, and I don't think he offers as much defensively other than his tackling. Yes, we praise him a lot. I praise him a lot. I don't think he's a bad player, but in big games like this, you need to switch on. You need to be there, and for me, Wan-Bissaka wasn't tonight. He just wasn't. I have a lot of love for him, but for me, he wasn't tonight. But so the defence, you know, really poor for me tonight. That's what I get. Really low ratings. McTominay, a 3 out of 4. I don't know what to give him because what does he offer? What does he really offer? I've said this many times. He could do that job in any Premier League team. He's nothing special. Oh, you know, I'm so emotional about that because we should have won that game. And so frustrating, isn't it? And then Matic, a 5 for me. I didn't notice him too much tonight. It was very poor. I don't know if he's just a bit of lackluster because obviously he hasn't played a few games. But for me, he's going to get an average 5. Going forward, Bruno Fernandes didn't offer much tonight. I think he got his first shot in the 65th minute or 66th minute, something like that, where he tested the keeper. But other than that, he didn't do much, and I don't think he couldn't. I'm not going to blame him tonight because the way we set up was to defend. It wasn't to go forward and score goals. It was to try and stop Leipzig from scoring, and that ended in the first couple of minutes. So the game plan that we had was crap, went out the window, and you know, I feel sorry for the attacking players tonight because it was only up to Greenwood and Bruno and Rashford to do anything because we had 3 attacking players on the field. So he's going to get a 5 for me, average. Could have got a 6 maybe. Had an unlucky free kick, and if that went in, that's 3-3 because we scored 2 goals after that. So, and I just thought that one went in as well because it just hit below the bar and then it came out. So, really unlucky there. But towards the end, we were unlucky. We were really unlucky. We had a few chances from the 70th minute to the 90th where we could have scored and could have ended that game 3-3. And I always believe he can come back because we are the comeback kings. But for me tonight, it was too much. And playing against West Ham, coming back from 2-0 down against West Ham is much different than coming 3-0 down against Leipzig. So a team that will press you, and fair play to them. Again, I say it again, they played brilliantly tonight, and I expected them to come out how they did, but it is what it is, isn't it? I'm not going to go and cry about it because it's nothing that personal, but for me, watching Manchester United do so well in the other games and ending like we were, it's just so frustrating and makes me so angry. But then, so I'm going Bruno Fernandes a 5, Rashford a 6. A 6 for me. Tried stuff going forward, had shots blocked, but they couldn't work together because it was only 3 of them at top. So 6 Greenwood, 6 again, just above average for me. Greenwood tried tonight. He was very unlucky. He should have scored in a few opportunities he had. But yeah, again, they had no service, so he's going to get a 6 for me. Pogba, when he came on, a 7. Brilliant, changed the game alongside Van der Beek. Them two should have started. I don't know why they didn't. And again, that's another decision that Ole needs to come out and say why he didn't. He said it was tactical reasons. Tactical reasons, really. Because it was not about that Raiola shit that he came out and said Pogba wants to leave Manchester United a day before your biggest game. The timing of that. And it could have been on the players' minds. You don't know really, but for me, we lost that because of the way we set up. That's for me. But Van der Beek again, 7 when he came on, was the only player trying to make runs forward. We had none of that in the first half, so the second half changed really for me. And we had a chance at coming back, but it was always too late for me. We needed to score early on, but we didn't. So better games for me. Fosu-Mensah, you can't really rate him. Didn't come on for long enough. Williams didn't really come on for that long, and Chuanzebe didn't come on for that long and didn't do nothing special. So I'm not going to rate those 3, but it's so frustrating. But tell me what you guys think down below of that. Manchester United have lost by 3-2 in a game where we had a thought that Manchester United could have came back and had another Champions League miracle. But it's not to be. We have deservedly got knocked out. We have bottled it for ourselves, and now we have to focus on the league because I couldn't care less about the Europa League. Play the youngsters. Give Pellistri some time, give Alanga some time, give players like that, Hedgebury, whatever his name is, give him some time, because them 3 are special players. But other than that, guys, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. It's very sad to see Manchester United go out into the Europa League, and, we're going to get a lot of stick, because, there's times that, even me, I'm going to get a lot of stick for this, because I thought we were going to go through, I was confident, but at the end of the day, we are at the Champions League. Tell me what you guys think down below. Leave your thoughts, leave a like, and I'll see you guys for a Manchester City preview in the week.